Yes, CL here, joined by Respawn Entertainment today to talk about Star Wars Fallen Order. Now, I've just had some hands-on time. I'm sat here with the team. Let's go through some of the content. I've only played a couple of hours of the game so far. How big is this game, content-wise?
So we can't give an exact estimate to you, unfortunately, but it's definitely going to be a lot of fun content for you to play.
Okay, good answer. And obviously you had a lot of creative freedom in this. You've got to create new characters, new worlds. How do you even start with that?
Yeah, sure. It started with building obviously the script and the story, and we had an idea of what type of character we wanted to start with.
Yeah.
As a hero, and we sort of built it off of there, centering Cal as the hero of our game, and building the rest of the crew, which Megan was really a part of. Yeah, so we had a lot of meetings with Lucasfilm, which was a lot of fun. We talked a lot, so we had a team of writers basically where we would go back and forth telling each other different story ideas, different concepts for the different characters. We went back and forth a lot actually on the different characters. Grease's backstory, for instance, changed a lot from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
Basically every character got that treatment because we really wanted them to feel alive and very nuanced.
Okay, so let's start with Cal. So obviously he's kind of Padawan, kind of his own master. What's the background there? Where is his master? Why is he on his own? Can you talk about that, or is it all spoilerific?
Megan would be the best.
Okay.
It's a little too spoilerific, but what I can say about Cal is that you've pretty much got it right there. You know, he was a Padawan, right? And he's been on the run for such a long time, so he has a very different kind of feel than say a Luke Skywalker or even Anakin. Because he did have the Jedi training at one point, but then of course the horrors of Order 66 happened, and that really shaped him, especially that happened to him at a young age.
Right.
So that's played a big deal in his psyche and how he views himself in the world. So he is kind of accumulating his power again throughout the game, so you'll be growing basically from a Padawan to a Jedi Knight.
Okay, so that makes great sense story-wise and progression-wise, because you can unlock new skill tree points and things as you go along, can't you? Yeah. Okay.
So that's why we really want to emphasize become a Jedi, because you don't start off as a Jedi Master or a Jedi Knight. You just sort of build yourself to become a Jedi. That's the concept of the game.
Right. I imagine that was one of the challenges as you were designing the game, because if you start off as a Jedi, you're all powerful already, aren't you? So
yeah, it's a good balance, I think. But there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of choice that players can make.
Right.
What type of Jedi you want to
Okay. And then obviously we have to talk about BD-1, this adorable little droid. What's the inspiration for him?
So many things. I mean, I think the initial one was the code name. Of the project.
It was actually BD internally stands for Buddy Droid.
Okay.
And we knew that we wanted to introduce a droid that's a companion or a friend to the player. And so we looked at a lot of different droids in Star Wars. There's so many inspirations from BB-8 and R2-D2.
Yeah.
It's just they add so much to the story and relationship to the character that you can't really achieve with another humanoid character.
Right.
So we worked really closely with Lucasfilm on this one. Doug Chiang, for example, he helped us build BD-1's visual design. And we actually also worked with Ben Burtt too on the sound design part. He built all the droid sounds for Star Wars, so that was really a great honor, yeah.
So I haven't played much, as I said so far, but I've seen him unlocking loot boxes and that kind of thing. What is his main role? What does he accomplish in the game as you go through?
I mean, he does a lot. So he is Cal's constant companion. You know, he heals you. He has your map. He also, as you said, has different abilities and stuff, so he can unlock doors for you, he can unlock chests for you, but primarily
taking a step back from kind of the mechanical aspect of it, he's also your best friend. Like, there's a lot of time that Cal spends sort of out in the wild, away from the rest of the group. And BD1 is the only other character who's really there for you. And so those two and their bond becomes like a really core part of what your experience is while you're traversing the different planets.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. So talk about the technology a little bit. Obviously, this is a Respawn game. I'm seeing little influences from Titanfall, like the wall running. That's quite cool. What technology have you adapted from your past titles to bring forward into this?
I think there's definitely a lot of inspiration we took from different games, but I would say a lot of it is original. It really drives from how we can incorporate force powers and how to visually convey that with gameplay, and especially like we want to make it feel good when you pick up the controller and play it. So there's a lot of inspiration that we took from the movies, but how we added that to the game is very original and just try and error. So it's, this game has been in development for a long time, but it really progressed through playing of the game, like trying to improve that. And I think we're pretty happy with where we ended up with.
I will say rebounding bullets from a stormtrooper feels very satisfying. I like that effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any enhancements for the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro? Technologically wise, does it pull anything forward if you use those consoles?
Yeah, definitely. I think we tried to enhance what's possible with the hardware.
Right.
So we do have HDR options.
Okay.
And yeah, if you are playing on a Pro or Xbox One X, then you will have visual improvements that you can clearly tell comparing to the base consoles.
Okay, thanks. And how did Cameron become a part of the project?
Ooh, the casting process was long, and we had to do it in such a short time, so it's kind of funny that way too. But basically, Cameron, we saw a lot of different people, and it's actually Stig, I think, who really was like, Cameron is the guy.
Right.
And at the time, I think us as writers were kind of like, interesting. It was kind of a bit of a different take on what we had originally envisioned.
Right.
There was this kind of talk of like, oh, Cal has got to be a young Clint Eastwood kind of character, and we were kind of trying to figure out what that meant, how to do that. And then Stig saw Cameron, and he was like, oh, this guy brings a different kind of energy, but I really like that energy. And so that actually made the character become, I think, a lot clearer for us, because we were like, okay, this feels more like a young guy who's actually kind of like in the situation. So it was really nice to have, especially the heart. I think that he kind of brings to especially the interactions between Cal and BD1, because I think that really rings true.
So did you have to go back to material after you found out who the actor was?
Yes, yeah, for
Right.
sure. With all of them to some extent, like with every single person we cast, because like, as a writer, you don't determine a character.
Right.
You do to an extent, right? But like the actor does as well, the gameplay does as well. So like you're not like the auteur of the thing that you're making.
Right.
And that's actually something I love about it, because like Deborah, Danny, Cameron, every single person who worked on this project, they brought so much, and it was incredible.
Amazing. That's been a fantastic insight. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
You as well.
Cheers.